Hey guys, today we thought we would talk you through a bit of a behaviour trend we're noticing in the market at the moment with a lot of buyers we're dealing with, and that is somewhat of a paralysis by analysis.
If you're out there in the market at the moment, you'll know that there is quite a bit of stock on, and that's great for buyers because it means you can really take your time and do your due diligence on properties. But what we're seeing is a lot of people just struggle to make a decision because there's only so much you can do and only so much you can look into, and of course you want to get all that stuff done and try and be in an unconditional position or as close to as possible. But we're seeing a lot of people just get too scared to put anything forward at all. And we're seeing this specifically when things go past a tender or a deadline. Obviously, we know that social proof is really important to people, and it can often take someone else offering to get someone to come to the table. And that obviously puts you in a disadvantaged position because then you're in a multiple offer situation and there's competition there. Whereas if you'd already got your due diligence done and you're in a position to offer, you maybe would have been able to be the only one offering at the time.
Yeah, we've seen this happen several times, haven't we, where someone's been interested in a property, they've looked through all the information, they've got their lawyer involved, they've had their builder come around.
Put their own money into the process.
They really have done just about everything you can possibly do, and yet they still hold back and ask us to let them know if any other interest comes in or an offer comes in. Of course, at the time that happens, they are now in competition. Whereas if they had actually got involved and put pen to paper when their due diligence was all completed, they may well have been the only offer that we were presenting to the client.
And the other thing that we've seen quite frequently is people who try to kind of play the market and they try to wait out a tender or wait out a deadline and not get involved to see if they can get involved a bit later. But what ends up happening is offers come in at the tender and the owner wants to sell, so they end up accepting something, and it may be an offer at or below where these other buyers were prepared to pay, but because they decided to wait it out, they've now missed out on the opportunity.
So it probably won't surprise you to hear two real estate agents saying you should just get involved. And I don't think we are proposing that, but certainly for buyers that we're meeting who really have done all the due diligence they possibly can and then still have that fear of actually putting an offer in and taking action, I suppose what we're saying is to be a bit brave because fortune favours the brave in this market, and there are a lot of properties sitting there with some very keen sellers who are motivated and want to meet the market. And so, maybe now's the time to actually get pen to paper and put something forward.
It's not about making a decision if you're not prepared, but it's really about, being conscious of the fact that you may be one of these people who have been through multiple properties, done due diligence on them, and then never gotten involved because you were too scared. And you may have missed out on some that, you kick yourself for now. So it's just a reminder for the future to take that leap if it's a place that you really like and you can see yourself living in.